Hey y'all, welcome to Freedom Makers. I'm Amanda, and today we are talking about prepping and prepping without fear from a single mom's perspective. So when I was 6 months pregnant with Sunshine, I lost my job. When she was about 3 months old, I lost my home, and it was just a horrible time in my life. I remember standing in line at a soup kitchen and asking for diapers, and I remember stomping out dirty diapers that I had made out of t-shirts in a bathtub, and my water got turned. I mean, it was just not a happy time in my life. When she was 3 months old, we ended up moving back here with my parents, and that has been the best decision for us. They've given us stability, and she is so close to them, and it's just been a wonderful experience for all of us. But I remember that fear, and I know that that is what spurred me toward homesteading and toward this, storing up my own food. Because there was a time when I couldn't take care of us. I had lost my job and nobody would hire this big pregnant lady. And then I had a newborn. And it was just a really terrible situation. So I know what it's like if you are fearful, if you are just panicked or have anxiety. I understand what that is like. It's not a time in my life that I like to reflect on because it was awful. But I do know that it is reflecting on that has changed me and caused me to start preparing. And so now I believe that preparedness should be a big thing for every family. Today's world is crazy. There are so many things that could make you fearful, but I want to encourage you moms today to not let that reign you and rule your home, because if you are fearful, your kids are going to pick up on that and they're going to be fearful. Moms, a lot of times we don't realize the power that we have in our children's lives. We have the power to set the stage and the tone for our home, whether you're married or not, whether you're a single mom like me or not. Women, we have this ability to create peace around us or to create panic. So if my little girl is worried about something, if I am cool and collective and have an even tone and say, honey, that's going to be fine. It's okay. Whether it's a bad dream or, anything she thinks of, that makes her calm down. But if mommy's already nervous about something, or if I'm anxious, it's going to heighten that in her. And so I want to remind you that you have the ability to choose what kind of tone you're going to set in your home. And that leads me to this first tip for you guys. Whatever your faith is, I urge you to cling to that. So I know that my viewers are of all different backgrounds and beliefs. Whatever yours is, take hold of that and remember that. So in my life, it's very important for me to sit at least once a day and reflect on my surroundings. So I like to look at the trees and see the flowers and a butterfly, and I thank God for all of it. Like, God, thank you for my oxygen. Thank you for the rain that's coming. All of these things, a breeze that blows and cools me off in the garden. By staying in a mind of gratefulness, it really helps me to hone in on this feeling of security and peace. I get to be a part of this world, and I want to make the most of that experience as I possibly can. And so just staying in that frame of mind and clinging to my faith really helps me not to panic when things arise that may cause anxiety otherwise. The next thing you can do is realize that you can only do what you can do. So by canning my own food that I grow, you can see behind me I have been very busy this summer. By canning all of this that I've grown, it really saves a lot of money for purchases on things that I can't produce yet. So right now we don't have any livestock, so I'm spending money that otherwise might have been spent on produce, on meat, and I'm able to put that up. So down here, you can't see it. I have chicken. Oh, here's some. Canned chicken that I home canned, but I had to make that purchase because that's not something that I grow yet. Understand that if you're doing all you can do every day, then that's all you can do, and it's okay. You may not feel like it's enough, or you may feel like there are things that are lacking. There's plenty that I'm lacking in this food storage pantry. This is a working pantry, and a lot of things go out more frequently than they come in, and that can be alarming sometimes. But I have to remind myself that I'm doing all I can, and that's enough. It has to be, and it's okay. It's okay, and you have to just be at peace with that. The last thing I want to leave you with is to work on your skill set. This can be very affordable, if not free. If you have access to a library, you can work on your skill set for nothing. You can check out a book on whatever you want to learn, take that home, study it, and practice it at your house. First, I learned how to can. I learned how to put up vegetables, fruits, meat, everything that I can get access to. I know how to can it or whether it can be canned. And I have just really spent the last 2 years focusing on that and making sure I understand the rules of canning so that I can put up food for my family that's safe. The next thing I wanted to work on in that realm is foraging. So I can go outside into my yard any time of year now, and I know what is edible and what is not that's in my yard. So I know of berry trees in my yard. I know what nuts are available and what season everything is available. There are greens that we can eat. There is an abundance of food outside, and most people have an abundance of food outside and they don't even know it. So foraging and learning how to do that, but safely. I'm going to emphasize safely. You have to do your research, and there are a lot of look-alike plants, and you have to be aware of those, and you really need to know what you're doing. I would recommend taking a course. If you can't, get some really good books. Go check out your library and find things that are books that are specific to your area and learn all that you can, so that if something happens and this gets stolen, or there's an earthquake and all my jars hit the floor, or if anything happens to this at all, maybe we run out, maybe there's a crisis, maybe there's a job loss in my family, or something happens to where this runs out, I know for a fact that I can go in my yard and find food. And that gives me great peace of mind. So there are tons of skills that you can learn. One that I want to work on this autumn and winter is sewing. So that's not something I feel like I've mastered. I can sew like something, you know, in an emergency. I could fashion something, but it might not look very pretty. And so that's something that I really want to work hard on to make sure that I can also clothe us. So I can feed us. I want to make sure I can clothe us too. So whatever your priorities are, that is what your skill set needs to be set around. So I hope that these things give you some more peace of mind. I hope this helps you guys. If it does, like, share, subscribe. If you're new, welcome. I appreciate each of you. It really blows my mind that people actually sit and listen to the things that I have to say. So thank you for that. Thank you for your encouragement. And if you have any other suggestions, maybe you've been doing this for longer than me, and you have suggestions or questions, I want you guys to interact in the comment section. And really, I want this to be a place of education where people can give their ideas and learn from others. So I look forward to reading the comments, and thank you guys for stopping by today.